everybody, and welcome to another mini episode with me, DJ Batman. And today we're going to talk about something that is definitely going to piss people off, especially if you own a car. But basically, car manufacturers want to charge you for things your car already has. So we're going to go ahead and go through this article and talk about what's going on. This article's a few months old, back in February, but they have been talking about this for some time, and it's getting more ramped up. So I wanted to go ahead and go through this and hear what this has to say. So anyways, how would you feel about paying $5 each month for the ability to lock or unlock your car from a distance through an app? What about $25 per month charge for advanced cruise control or $10 access heated seats? What if those charges continued long after your car was paid off? As vehicles become increasingly connected to the internet, our car companies aim to rack in billions by having customers pay monthly or annual subscriptions to access certain features. Not content with the reliable low-margin business of building and selling cars, automakers are eager to pull down Silicon Valley-style profits, but unlike with Netflix... that shit's funny. I know, like I said, I know this is a few months old, but oh man, Netflix drop. It's just, so funny. You won't be able to use your ex-girlfriend's uncle's login, your new BMW. For automakers, the advantage of this model is clear. Not only do they get a stream of recurring revenue for years after an initial purchase, they can hope to maintain a long-term relationship with the customer and build brand loyalty, said Kristen Kolodge, Vice President and Head of Auto Benchmarking and Mobile Department at J.D. Power. This approach can also allow car makers to streamline manufacturing by building cars to more uniform specifics. Mark Wakefield, who runs this automotive and industrial practice at the consulting firm Alex Partners, told Insider, down the line, owners can add on the features they want a la carte. It's all made possible by the advantage of over-the-air software updates, which were pioneered by Tesla. Which, if anybody doesn't know, companies like Tesla, if you do the wrong fucking thing, they can cut you off from charging your vehicle. And this is the problem with these kind of vehicles. They can cut you off from things. I mean, come on. How long before they go, oh, you're going to have to give us this much money to charge your car per month, even though you're already paying for it? But anyways. Which were pioneered by Tesla around a decade ago and are now entering the mainstream. Today's vehicles are more internet connected and computerized than ever before. Maintaining car companies can reach deep inside a vehicle to add new capabilities and tweak things from a distance. Yes, like, for instance, shutting your car down if you try to let's give an example, a trucker convoy to fight for your rights and your freedom. Think about that, people. If these people have the ability to change things with your car from a distance, what would stop them from shutting your car down if you tried to join a protest they didn't like? Think about that. These car companies want full control of your car even after you've purchased it. So that means if you do something they don't like, what would stop them from turning your vehicle off? You say something online that people don't like, boom, turn it off. You just think about that. Brands including Lexus, Toyota, and Subaru invited owners to pay for the convenience of being able to lock or start their car remotely through an app. Yeah, but it's just like kind of like with YouTube, how before Google fully took it over, you were able to still listen to your music and videos even with the device shut down, in the lock screen area. But nowadays you got to pay for it, and this is the thing people don't realize. These companies want to take every dollar they can from you and charge you features that originally came with what they were presenting, but they found a way to make it so you'll buy more. That's why I tell people don't buy any of these subscriptions. You know, they're mostly a waste of money, and let these companies go bankrupt if they're going to do that. Anyways. In some BMWs, you can pay to unlock automatically high beam headlights, which dim for oncoming traffic. In 2020, BMW floated the idea of pay-as-you-go heated seats and steering wheels. General Motors and Ford both offer subscription plans for those hand-free highway driving systems. Yep, because, hey, let's put a bunch of features in cars that most people probably would never pay for, and you're just going to waste a bunch of stuff. This is the thing I don't like about this. I mean, and the fact that, you like in BMWs, like they said, to get high beam lights, which will dim for oncoming traffic. Don't you think that should be a normal feature in cars, not something you have to pay for? I mean, I would consider that a safety feature. It literally is dimming, knowing oncoming traffic is coming, so that person isn't being blinded. To me, that seems more like a safety feature that should be an automatic in cars, not a, oh, well, you're going to have to pay us like $10 a month for that. That's what the car manufacturers think. It's just ridiculous. But anyways. Some people may welcome the ability to only pay for the features they actually want, rather than a big bundle of add-ons. But car companies still haven't figured out exactly what customers are willing to pay for and what feels like a frustrating upcharge. In 2019, BMW abandoned the plan to charge $80 per year for Apple CarPlay after widespread pushback. In December, Toyota said it would review a subscription plan that would unintentionally paywalled use of a key fob for remote start. Yeah, imagine that. You're trying to get in your car, trying to go home, and you can't use your car because subscription fee. I think we're going to see some intriguing ebbs and flows of what really sticks. Collage told Insider a J.D. Power survey published in January found that 58% of people who use an automaker's smartphone app wouldn't be willing to pay for. Yeah, no shit, because a lot of people don't have a lot of money. They're not rich. Automakers run the risk of making customers feel like they're paying twice, once for a function to be built into a vehicle, and again for activating it. Yeah, it's just kind of like if anybody who's old enough and used to play The Sims, it used to be, you bought The Sims, and then you'd buy like some add-ons, stuff that they made later. It was a bunch of cool stuff that you could add to the game. But nowadays, with like The Sims 4, if you want to buy the game and then buy an add-on to add more stuff in, well, there's an add-on to the add-on. Like, you got it for the certain add-on, you have to buy the other add-on to add it to it. And it's just, this is how companies are getting. They're trying to overcharge you on everything. If you bought the car, everything on that car should be usable. They shouldn't be allowed to charge you for it later. And this is the problem with companies. This is the problem with people nowadays. It's like with the whole sweater thing that I have on my YouTube channel about the kid who was kicked off Delta for wearing a Biden sweater, which people have gotten kicked off for wearing Let's Go Brandon. But it's just, that these corporations, people will back them up being like, oh, well, these corporations have the ability, to do this or that because they're not held by the Constitution. As far as I'm concerned, these corporations should be held to a standard. They shouldn't be allowed to go around and overcharging people. Like, it's just ridiculous. A lot of the laws that go for the government and many other things should also go for these corporations and how they function, because these corporations are too large, they have too much power, and they're going to screw us all. Let's see. They may have more luck asking people to subscribe to brand new services rather than familiar features, she added. Yep, and nobody's going to want to pay monthly subscriptions for shit for cars. Anyways. Still, automakers see dollar signs. Yep, because that's all they care about. Stellantis, formerly Fiat, Chrysler, Ford, and GM each aim to generate at least $20 billion in annual revenue from software services by 2030. Over-the-air capabilities open up huge opportunities for car makers to introduce new subscriptions or pay-per-use features over time. Wakefield and Alex Partners said, someday you may be able to fork over extra to make your car more efficient, sportier, or an electric vehicle unlock extra range for your road trips. You see, again, like I've been saying, this is what's absolutely ridiculous. Like, they literally want to charge you to make your car more efficient, or to get, extra range. Like, this shit should be normal features, and this is the problem. And the more efficient thing, like, I thought we were all about, the planet's gonna die if we don't do something about these cars, but yet, I gotta pay to get the extra efficiency. And this is the problem. So people, we need to start buying older cars again. We got to get away from these new cars, stop buying them, because it's like I was talking to somebody one day and I was saying, when I was young, growing up in the 80s and 90s, I looked towards, having computers and all this stuff would be awesome. We'd be able to do awesome things, do great things. Nope, turned out that the governments, corporations, and many other people in charge want to use the very technology that was created to use it against us. And this is an example. So, I wanted to bring this up to light for anybody who hasn't heard about this, because it is something that people need to know about, and it is something to be concerned about. Because think about it, like I was saying earlier, if they can change features or add features based on what you pay for, again, what would stop these car manufacturers from stopping you from protesting? Turning your vehicle off so you cannot move, so you cannot go to where you're going. Because you got to remember, these corporations and governments and stuff, they pay attention to your social medias. They pay attention to what you say and what you do. So, just something to keep in mind. You got to remember, the more advanced we get, the more they're going to use it against us. So it's good. It's nice to have technology, but make sure you know what you're buying, and make sure it's actually, going to work properly. So, but anyways, that's just what I have to say about that, and that's that article there. And as always, I will have the link for this article, as like I always do, so you can take a look at it for yourself, or share it to other people. Also, as always, I have my link down below for Linktree. I now have that down below. So you click that, it'll take you to all my other links for my Etsy, Patreon, and much, much more that I have. Also, if you like this, please hit like. It really helps with the algorithm to get it out to more people. Also, if you like what I talk about and would like to hear more, don't forget to hit subscribe or follow, depending on where this is at. And other than that, I'm DJ Batman, and I'll see everybody next time. DJ Batman, out.